Yep. Thanks, Andrew. That's very right. We're here with Captain Keenan Hodgson of your Nepean Raiders. Now, Keenan, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
We're going to start out with what do you think of that second period from the Raiders?
It was pretty rough. If you look down, they probably don't even need to do the ice in the Hawksbury end, but it's kind of indicative of the team that we have playing tonight. There's a lot of young guys, and I think they just haven't had the pressure of a junior A game before, and Hawksbury's always been a hard-working team, so we got to stop taking penalties too, because we don't have I think every single guy that on our team that kills penalties normally, other than Chris Smith, is out of the lineup, so it's hard to put a lot of guys in new situations just for one game like it is tonight. Now,
we were wondering about this. Has Matthew Gallipo ever played on the power play before tonight?
I think maybe there was one or two games when we were down maybe like 6-0, and they gave him an opportunity then, but not very often. He's unbelievable defensively and on the penalty kill, but he doesn't get very many opportunities offensively.
Now, that first goal from Chris Smith, unbelievable goal. He's done that a couple times this year.
Yeah.
He's just so talented, right?
Yeah, no, it's his speed that really scares defenders off. Like he stopped up there, and then he just took off right away, and there's no way anyone's going to catch him in this league when he gets going like that.
Now, the Raiders, they had a really good start this year with the help of Phil Gattery, but then he left the team off to Halifax, and things sort of started to go downhill from there. Now, the thing that we pin as the point that really turned around was the game against the Ottawa Junior Senators. You guys lost that one 6-1.
Yeah.
But there's a fight there between Jody Sullivan and Justin Charbonneau that really started to get things going, and that's the point that we really have pinned as the point. What was that really a point that turned things around for you guys at that game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we probably let that loss affect us more than it should have, losing Phil Gattery. Like, he's an unbelievable offensive player, and he's going to go on and probably play professional hockey, but a lot of guys got down on it, and obviously he was our number one offensive guys, but we have tons of guys who are in the 15 to 20 goal range this year that all kind of picked up for him. But Sully showing that kind of emotion in that game is huge for us, and he's done that multiple times this year, and he's definitely the toughest guy on our team and probably the toughest guy in the league, and it was really big for him to do that for us.
Now, you talk about how you guys kind of picked things up in the last one. Over the last 2 weeks, you guys have been playing really good hockey, really getting some momentum going in the playoffs. What do you think that's coming from?
I think it's from everyone gaining experience. Like, we had a lot of guys who had never played Junior A before, no matter how old they are. Like, we have some 19-year-olds, some 18-year-old rookies who really haven't had the experience that you need to be prepared and confident going into the playoffs. And I think this whole season, we've been doing a whole lot of video, and that's a big testament to Pete, trying to get the guys to learn from their mistakes that they've made, and just feeling a lot more comfortable on the ice going into the playoffs.
Now, that's a perfect segue to talk about the playoffs. They're coming up next week. The most likely opponent right now is going to be against the Smiths Falls Bears. Now, what are some keys for your Raiders team going in if it is the Smiths Falls Bears you're playing?
I don't think it really depends on who we're playing. We have to really take care of our own game, and if it is Smiths Falls, we've had some pretty good successes against them in the past, but they've made some good new offensive additions. I think we just need to play sound defense and really counterattack and finish on our opportunities. We're not going to be able to run and gun with a lot of teams in the playoffs. If you look like Carleton plays, Ottawa, they have more offensive weapons than we do, but we have probably the two best goalie tandem in the league, and either of those guys can go in any night and win a game for us, and as long as we're good in front of them, they're going to give us an opportunity to win the game.
Well, and you mentioned kind of that run and gun style, and that's definitely how you guys played at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You were scoring 4 or 5, 6 goals a game. But it really seems over this little winning streak you guys, this point streak you guys have put together the last couple of weeks, you've been a lot better defensively, a lot more physical. Has that really been a focus point for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We switched up our D zone a lot and our neutral zone defensively, and it's really helped us out. Like, a lot of guys we're getting lost in the coverage that we're using before, and guys were opening and coming in with speed through the corners on us. And the switch that we made really helped us out for keeping pucks out of our net.
And now, back to tonight's game. As you know, there are a lot of new guys on the ice for the Nepean Raiders. What have you thought through 40 minutes, and what would you say to them as the captain of the team?
I think now that they've played 40 minutes, it's time to kind of get the jitters out and be comfortable and do what you do that got you to this point. There's a reason why Pete picked up every single one of these guys, and he's confident in their ability. They need to be confident in their own ability and go out there and do what makes them a good hockey player and make plays when they're available and play good defensive hockey and start playing their zone and get pucks on net.
And any predictions going into the third? What do you think is going to happen? Or what do you think the Raiders have to do in the third to pull ahead here?
We got to get pucks on net. We actually had Gunnar Rivers for a little bit last year, and he's a really good goalie, really great guy. He's not had much work to do tonight, and if you have a good goalie like that, you really need to get pucks on net, and volume is going to get it done. Just like they've done on Magnus, they've thrown 33 in on him, and he's an unbelievable goalie, but every once in a while you're going to get that one rebound to pop in just like they did. So I think if we drive the net hard, score goals from 6 feet out of the net, that's going to be the best way to go at it.
And I think that's about it for us.
I do have one more question. Now, Keenan,
you
were beat onto this program by your assistant captain, Brandon Watt. Now, how does that feel? I mean, you're the captain of this team, the voice of this team, and he beat you on here. That can't feel too great.
No, I know. It's great. We've known each other for 4 years now, and the whole leadership group has been a fun time, just hanging out with the guys. So it's been a lot of good times, a lot of good jokes and laughs, and I'm definitely going to miss it moving on next year.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Again, the second player to join us this year, and it's the captain, Keenan Hodgson. So thank you very much for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
Interview.